Hey guys, Lamfei92 here again today with episode number 6 of Road to a Million Coins. I think in the last episode we left off with around about 350,000 coins, and I'm going to make a pretty nice profit in this episode, so stay tuned for the whole coin total at the end of this episode. What I'm going to talk about in this video is just a couple things about trading that came up in the comment section on last episode, and also some questions I asked for on Twitter and on Facebook as well. So if you want to kind of participate in all of that and want to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook, the links will be in the description as usual. So the first question that came up once again on the last episode was actually how I trade and how I look for the informed players, and I've explained it so many times by now, to be honest, and I actually made a special video about that. It was episode 76 of Coin Collector, so you can of course always check that out. The link will be in the description as usual, as under any of my videos. And what I actually haven't done so far was do kind of a live trading session for you guys, and there are basically two reasons for that. First of all, I could of course do a live stream and trade throughout that, but then you could just basically see the players I look for, go to them quickly and buy them just right under my nose, to be perfectly honest, and that would be kind of counterproductive on my part. So I won't do live stream trading basically. The second opportunity of course would be to just record a very long kind of live commentated trading session of mine, just starting with a couple of 100,000 coins, spending all on the players, and then in the end show you the result of the profit I got from these players. I could actually do that, but my recording software only records up to 10 minutes at a time, so I might have to cut it together a little bit. So if you're interested in something like that, leave that down in the comment section below, and I will of course try to look into that and realize that in the soon future. So the next thing that actually came up was the question, what time do you trade? And I am just trading basically all day, all the time when I have time. So between other stuff I do when I sit in front of my laptop, I just look at the trade pile if some players sold, and if they did so, then I look for other players that I trade, and it's as simple as that. And that can be of course at midday, or in late at night, or in the evening, or even early in the morning if I get up early in the morning. So that kind of answers that question. Next one was where do you live at, and that is in Germany, in Western Germany, in North Rhine-Westphalia. And it's in a little town called Hema. It's actually pretty close to Dortmund, Cologne, some rather large cities that you might know even if you are from England or other countries. Next thing actually is a kind of a bigger topic, and that is talk about diving and tackles in football, and how you think diving should be punished and how dangerous tackles should be punished. To be honest, diving is kind of a difficult topic in my opinion, because there are of course some players that are, in quotation marks of course, known for diving, but I'm not so sure about that, to be honest, because players, I just take Gareth Bale as an example. I know some of you might disagree with me, but of course a lot of you know that he is always kind of called a diver. I'm not so sure about that. I haven't had the opportunity to watch enough games of him to actually call him like that, and I also don't want to call players a diver or something else if I haven't got the full background about them. Anyways, he's a very, very fast player, and if you're running toward a defender and you see that he, for example, takes out a leg and tries to take you out, you will always, of course, try to avoid that a little bit. And at that speed, if you are only touched just a little bit, you will just start flying around, to be honest. And there's also, I think, players rolling around on the pitch actually isn't too big of a deal, because if they are hit at such a speed, then they of course roll on and on and on, and they can't really stop because they are so fast. What I don't like is if players maybe get fouled, maybe don't get fouled, they just go down to the ground, and the first thing they do is just look at the referee, and if the referee doesn't whistle, then they stand up once again and run very, very fast once again, and it act as if nothing happened. And if the referee looks at them and if he blows the whistle, they roll around on the ground holding their face most of the time, even though they weren't hit in the face, but for example on the leg or something like that. So that's kind of the attitude I hate about some of the players, and just in general about footballers. I know like 10 years ago it definitely wasn't like that, to be honest. That is definitely a very poor development in my opinion. And how diving should be punished, that is of course very, very difficult, because it's always upon the referee to judge whether it was diving or not, but I think the way it is judged by now is pretty good. I think a yellow card definitely is enough. About dangerous tackles, to be honest, they should be punished much harder, and I think more consequently, and referees should be more brave to actually give red cards to people, because otherwise they won't change their behavior on the pitch. What I don't like is actually there's occurring in the Bundesliga at the moment, and I don't know if it's occurring in other leagues, but if people use their elbows in air battles to get to the ball, and once they have an elbow in the opponent's face, they get a yellow card straight away. And to be honest, I don't like to see that, because if you have ever tried to jump very high without using your arms in the air, that's kind of ridiculous. So I think they should lie back on that a little bit and just concentrate on the real game more, and look out for the dangerous tackles, because they are, as the word says, really, really dangerous, and I think they should be punished like that. Anyways, we are now almost at the end of this episode, guys. As you can see, once again, in the top right hand corner, we have now 514,000 coins, so over 150,000 coin profit once again in this episode, which is very, very nice. Anyways, thanks guys for watching this video and for listening through this commentary. Once again, hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like rating down below if you did so. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching once again, and I will talk to you later.